Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This is part 4, and it should be, hopefully, full battery again. It should be the last part. Not sure I'll do a background on this. Actually, I could do a background. Yeah, we might do, so there might be a part 5 even. Right, first of all, what was I going to pick? A little bit of grey, actually, to just go in the shadow of her eyes. So, yeah, because your eyes are a little bit, they're not completely white as they look, and obviously you've got the shadow of your lids and things on there as well. I'm not liking this picture, but we'll carry on anyway. We will carry on. Right, before we do these little flowers here, I'm going to do them a sort of, I think, bluey lilac-y colour. So out of the polys I've pulled out, I don't know if you can see that or not, I don't know which way to go, light ultramarine and manganese violet. So we'll see what they are like. Probably the violet's the deepest, so we'll probably just go all over with the blue to begin with. So what have you all been up to? Tell me what you've been doing. What have you been colouring? Have you been doing anybody's hashtag things for the month of February? Have you started any pictures? I haven't got that far yet on my channel because I was just mainly sort of trying to sort out the clear pictures for you and the lighting and yeah, everything else really. So that's as far as I've got, but I will do, if you, I mean, I don't know if many people like that sort of thing. Myself personally, I know a lot of people do, and I know a lot of people follow along with people's hashtags and things. I have done before, but I've personally, and it's only my personal preference, I personally found I just want to colour what I want to colour when I want to colour it, and not have to worry about, oh, I've got to use this or use that or use a certain book or do a certain character. That's just my personal thing. I know a lot of you do like that. If you do, leave me a comment below and tell me what sort of things you would like to see. And then I can make that, and Shalene from the Colouring Book Nook, I can give her all the information on it, and she can tell you all about it. And I mean, also, obviously also I will tell you about it, but she usually has notes on what everybody is doing every month, so I will, you know, let her know if you want that. If you don't, that's fine as well. I'm happy to do, you know, if you want me to do special hashtags for the month, I'm happy to do that. If you don't, that's fine as well. But I mean, if you do, leave me a comment, let me know what sort of things you'd like to see me do for the month, and I can think of a hashtag and we can do that. So I don't have my own group or anything. I'm a member of lots of colouring groups, too many to mention, too many in fact, but I can't even fit them on my Facebook favourites, you know, down the left hand side, the favourite list. I think you're allowed 10, I think, on there, and I've got lots more than 10. So the ones I use the most I tend to put on there. But I'm in so many groups and things, it's like I can't keep up with them all. I do try and do the colour alongs, some of the events and colour alongs. Um, I know Belinda does them, from Colour with Faithful Girl 1978. She does them, um, and it's quite fun because somebody like me who's not that confident in how they're doing or certain things, I'm not sure how to do. So you know, it's certain pictures. It's quite nice for somebody else to pick the colours, and because she is very good, so it's just nice for somebody to pick the colours and colour along with them. I sometimes try. She's in Australia and I'm in UK, so I do sometimes try to make her streams, but that's not always possible for me. Um, so I always watch her back and colour along, um, if I can. Sometimes it just doesn't happen. I mean to, and then it just doesn't happen. A lot of the other groups I do as well, they have little events and sometimes competitions, prizes and things. So yeah, you know, it sort of keeps you busy. Definitely keeps you busy. Which is why I don't really have time to join in with a lot of the hashtags, because I'm too busy doing other things in you know, in the other groups, events and all sorts of things. I did one the other day, and I can't think what the name of the group was now. I'll have to look it up and let you know on that one. But it was a Valentine's event, and it was a really, really cute little girl, um, with a balloon, with a heart-shaped balloon, and you had to colour her, but you also had to do a background on it, which I've done. I haven't posted it yet into the group. Um, I don't think I'll win because it's not that good, but I wanted to do like a little sort of doll face, if that's the right word thing to say, like a little sort of doll face. Um, so yeah, I did sort of like a little doll face on her with little rosy cheeks, and then I actually bought. This was enabled by Sammy as well. I actually bought some stencils. I've got some more to come yet, but they were really cheap. I think I got a pack of 10, I think it was, for £4.99. They're only little ones, but they're enough for colouring pages, and especially a little page like this as well, because these are sort of, I'm not sure how big they are. Let me have a look on the cover, see if it says. No, no the size, but they're not very big. You know, they're quite small. So yeah, something like that. I just got to make sure I'm still in screen. That's good. So yeah, little things like that. They're really good on. So I tried it out. I tried them out the first time on there. Wasn't sure if I was going to use my soft pastels or whether I was going to draw around them and colour them in, or what I was going to do. But I ended up doing something that made it quite difficult for myself, I suppose. I sellotaped them on to here, sellotaped them down, and then I didn't draw around them exactly. Some of them I think I might have done, but I just very lightly went in the holes, and when I took it off there was, like, you know, a lot of put things all over the place, and so yeah, but I mean that's not going to win any great prizes or anything, but I was pleased that, you know, that it looked effective, and I've got some more to come, and we can put something on this girl if you want. We may as well. We've got her here. I'm not that pleased with how she's come out. Don't like this paper at all. It's quite textured paper, really. Yeah, I don't know whether wax pencils would be better on here, or might even be worse. I'm not sure, but is not really liking these polys much, I don't think. So, but we'll plod on anyway and get her done if we can. These are just, this just isn't up to my usual standard. Not at all. And I don't like it when it doesn't come out right. They usually come out. I'm not saying they're brilliant or anything like that, but they usually come out sort of how I expect them to come out. But this one, I don't like the paper. No, it's too textured for me, really. I did do one at the beginning of this book, and I don't know what I used offhand. I might have to look that up again to see what I used, because that's not too bad, apart from the Neo 2 background, which the first time I tried them and I just put them all over the page and then added the water and activated them, and oh my goodness, that was atrocious, but I'll show you in a minute. But I mean, I wasn't happy with that. The girl was okay, but I was just messing around with the Neo 2s because I knew this paper's really thick. More like cardboard, really. I knew it was thick enough, you know, to handle it. So yeah, but I'll show you that one. Actually, I'll show you that one now. Where is she? There she is. Weren't too happy with that one either. I was happy with the hair on that one. I thought the hair was quite good on that one. And her skin, I think I used luminance on her skin. Not really sure, but still not quite happy with how that came out. And as I said, the Neo 2 background. Ugh, no. And I did do Posca all the way around the flowers and for the veins, which I don't normally do with flowers. But yeah, I mean, there's lots of pictures in this book. Actually, the back side of this is actually smoother than the front, and the front is sort of, you know, bubbly paper. Don't like bubbly paper, but there we go. It is what it is. The only thing I can do is, for my use, of course, only, is photocopy this, because I've got a photocopying thing on my printer, so I can just put this in, print it out on my paper, and I'll be a lot happier, because I love the pictures in this book. They're so cute, you know, and just trying to sort of do them on this is just not coming out as I would like personally. Oh dear. My flowers are usually not as rubbish as this. But hey ho, I will be getting better, and I'll get better books and things. I've got lots and lots of lovely books. It's so hard when you've got so many nice books. I know a lot of people, they say, oh, that's nice, and they buy a book just because they've seen it, and they say, oh, I haven't got that one, I'll get that. And I think a lot of people end up with a lot of books that they don't really like, and they're not really bothered whether they colour in them or not, because I can't actually afford to do that. I do only buy the books I really, really like and I know I'm going to colour. I think I've probably got one or two that I bought in the very, very beginning of colouring. Didn't really know what I was doing, and just sort of bought them thinking I would like them, but then turned out I wasn't that keen. But it's trial and error. You know, I mean, if you've got the money to keep up with some of the other people, and buy, you know, every book that you see that you think is nice. I mean, I see lots of books that I think are nice, but being nice and actually would I colour in it, I think are two different things. Well, they are to me anyway. And it's a case of it's cute, but not something that I would actually colour. And I did take a really big gamble when I bought the Clara Markova books, um, because it was my Christmas money and it was there to spend on whatever I wanted. I should have really bought just one to see if I liked it, but the chance was there to buy all three, and I know, they're not that easy to come by. So I bought all three, and luckily it paid off. I love all three books. Didn't think I'd actually like her books that much, but just thought, oh, I'll give them a go. And they are so addictive. Um, I don't know, some of you might have noticed, I've actually got Instagram. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that I'm on Instagram. Um, I'm such a technophobe that I didn't even realise that you couldn't use Instagram only on the phone. And there's me on my PC making an account and wondering why on earth I couldn't um, add any pictures. And I was thinking, well, this is stupid, I can't add anything. And obviously then found out that, oh yeah, you've got to do it on your phone. Well, I have a phone. Never use it really because my friends ring my home phone. So why do I need a mobile? My husband and I go everywhere together. We don't, the only time that I might be without him is if I get the hairdressers. So I'd never really needed a phone, so I got this really cheap one. And I've had it ages just so my son could, get hold of me if we were here out, because we do go to visit my dad. And so really it was just for that. So I thought, and I don't even really know how to use the phone. I know how to answer a call. I know how to make a call. Well, if the number's already in the phone. If it's not, forget it. And so I thought, it's not going to get the better of me, this. I'm going to do something about it. So the other day I picked up my phone and I downloaded Instagram. I went to the App Store, know how to do that. Found the app, downloaded the app, thought, right, I found my account. Thought, right, that's good. Because the account was there, because I'd made it on my PC, but I just obviously couldn't add anything. So, I thought, how do I add a photograph? And I was clicking add. Every time I tried to take a photo, it kept switching over to video, and I was like, what's going on? Something's going wrong here, I don't know. And I don't know what it was. But sometimes it does, it just, whether it's my phone or what it is, it flicks me over to video when I'm trying to take a picture. And I was like, no! So, but I've sort of figured it out. I just keep trying until it goes on as a picture and not a video. I think I was holding the button too long or something, maybe, I don't know. So I think I've sorted that. So yay, I'm finally on Instagram. Oh my god. All these technology things is like I'm doing, which is so unlike me, because I used to be okay with technology before I got ill. But then when I got ill, I've been ill for so long now, that I've never needed to use technology, because my husband, although he's ill, he's my carer, he looks after me. So, yeah, basically, I've not needed technology. Any technology I've had to do, he's sorted it out for me. I actually sort of thought, right, the other night, like I said, I was up till 4 in the morning, and then I searching things why this camcorder wouldn't, do close-ups and why it was blurry. And I actually did that myself, because I thought, right, I'm going to sit down. It was 4 in the morning, and I actually didn't end up going to bed till about 6 in the morning. And then I got up again about 10:30, I think. So yeah, it's sort of, my brain is sort of, almost only pills, my brain is mush, and I don't like it. It's not me. I don't like mushy brain, I'm afraid. Right, I'll do some of the violet in the middle there. I'm not going to do too much with it, to be honest. And it can have a purple stalk, because I can't be bothered to get the green out. That's how I feel about this picture. I can't be bothered. Right, just get my black, and I'm going to go in between and just separate these petals a bit. Make them look a little bit more further away than what I would normally be, so please excuse me if I go over the edges or whatever, which I really don't like doing, but sometimes it can't be helped, can it? Right, another little bit there, I think. I mean, this light is so good, it's like glaring in my eyes. I can't see what I'm doing. Okay, a bit more there. But we'll get there. Just got to keep an eye on the time, guys, because I don't want this to flip into 2 videos. I mean, it might do anyway, but I'm sorry, I've looked and there is no pause button on this. I can't stop it and do something else, and it's got a mind of its own. It just, basically, if it wants to, it just, I was reading up on it, and apparently a lot of cameras do that, and it's, I just find it so annoying. I'm just going to get my cinnamon out while I can see it and go around her nose, because I'm not happy with that either. Yeah, a lot of cameras apparently, it is in one bit, but a lot of cameras will split it into 2 files, because obviously it's easier to download, and it's quicker. Which is good in one way, because my husband, I have to upload while he's out, and if he's not out that long, then a big upload can take hours. So I'm not happy with her nose. I don't like this paper. Oh well. Right, black. It's really dark in here. I'm not going to get a grey because I can't be bothered to get a grey. I'm like this sometimes. If I don't like how the picture's coming on, and I'm supposed to be using a certain colour, like green for that little stalk there, this whole stem of that flower. If I don't like how it's coming along, it's like, oh, what have I got to hand? Oh yeah, that'll do. And I just like, once it's gone, and it's like, oh, it's not going to come back, so there. No, what have I missed? Anything? I'm not sure if I have or not. I'm just going to go a little bit round there, around her hair, just to break that up from her face, like that. Let's define these bits a bit more. Okay. And I know I've gone totally over the edge, and I just hope I'm not getting a cold again, because I feel like I am. My voice is going gruffy again. And I'm a bit blocked up a bit. Blame that silly woman at the hospital coughing over everybody. She was horrendous. You could tell she was that bad. She really should have stayed at home, and cancelled the appointment and rebooked it. But people don't. I did want to go around them bits with Posca, which is in the other room. Silly me. And I can't pause this, so oh well. And I don't like how her lips are looking either. Let's go in with this one and make them sort of more pinky. sorry if I'm mumbling. I do that sometimes. I talk to myself, and I think when I talk to myself, I sort of talk quietly because I'm talking to myself. I'm not talking to anybody. And I think I do that a lot. Because my husband, he's got his headphones on with his computer, because we've got computers next to each other on two separate desks. He's got his headphone on because he's watching whatever he wants to watch, because he doesn't like the same programs as me. And so he can't hear me when I'm talking anyway, unless I shout, "Oi!" If I'm specifically talking to him. And then he'll take his one ear off and go, "What?" So yeah, I do a lot of mumbling and talking to myself, and it's kind of madness, you know. I'm sure it is. I know I'm mad, but there you go. I'm crazy. Right. Anything else? Got all these pencils out everywhere. I'm going to do a little bit of black down there. Then we go over them stalks again. Is it not looking black enough around here? It needs to be darker. Make them bits darker as well. It all needs to be dark. Alright, it's sort of shadowed there, but let's do a bit of shadowing there as well. But it doesn't have to be perfect to shadow, you know. It can be uneven because shadows aren't, you know, the same height or width, or, you know, they can be odd shaped. So I'm going to go there. Right, what's everybody having with tea? What do you normally have to eat night time on a Saturday? Do you have a regular thing that you have to eat, or do you have different things? Do you have takeaways? Do you cook on a Saturday? What do you normally have? We normally go and visit my dad, and then when we leave his, it's usually tea time anyway. And we usually stop off at the Chinese. Well, because my husband can't drive at the moment, we didn't go to my dad's today. So, I mean, we live in a village, and the nearest Chinese takeaway that we normally stop off at is like 6 miles away from here, so 12-mile round trip, which isn't that far really. We don't mind, because we have to sort of come through that village where it is to get to ours, sort of thing. So that's not too bad. But tonight, you know, I said, well, you shouldn't be driving really. You know, you can't drive with the boot on, and to take it off and drive, you know, is painful for him. So, and they said, don't, you know, drive. Try not to. Just rest up. So I said, well, what are we going to do, you know, for tea tonight? Unfortunately, the Chinese is shut at the moment for Chinese New Year. But, I mean, even if they weren't, they don't deliver or anything anyway. But luckily, what did I do that for? That was Drop Dead Fred, you see, did that. Told you, he's been about quite a lot just lately. Yeah, so as it happens, in the same village where the Chinese is, there's also an Indian takeaway, which we have had sometimes, not that often, but it is really, really nice. And I usually have, I think it's Malayan chicken, I think it's called. And it's chicken with cream and coconut and pineapple. Oh, it's absolutely delicious. And then I have their special rice, which is rice, but it's also fried up with carrots and cabbage. And it sounds like a really weird combination, I know, if you've not heard of that or you don't have that at your Indian takeaway. It's called a special rice, but it is absolutely delicious. And completely different to anything, you know, we get in the Chinese, because I normally have Chinese roast pork with bean sprouts, and I also like the Chinese roast pork fried rice. My husband's the opposite. If he has special fried rice or something, he'll have the pork taken out, because he likes pork, but he hates the Chinese roast pork, and I love it. So yeah, tonight it'll be the Indian rather than the Chinese, because the Chinese is shut for a month anyway. There is another Chinese in another village, a bit further away, but we've got them from there before, and it is still hot when we get home. So yeah, that's what we're having for tea. So I look forward to that. That'll be really nice, because they actually deliver, which is really, really handy for people like us when you can't get out for whatever reason. I know my husband has gone to visit his mum on his own sometimes, and I've stayed here and the boys have looked after me. And we've done that, you know, on a Saturday, because we normally have a takeaway anyway. So I said to the boys, you know, don't bother cooking anything, you know. So, you know, they cook for me all week when my husband's not here. So it's only a ready meal, but they do it for me anyway. So, but it's food, so I don't mind, instead of normal stuff. So yeah, that's quite good. I'm pleased that they actually do I think the hair's quite good on this. I quite like the hair, but don't know whether I need a blender pencil, or I've not actually had skin look. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but I've not actually had skin look. I mean, it might look okay on there, but to me it looks, let me look for you a bit. To me it looks a bit, oh, I don't know what you call it. It looks a bit bumpy, lots of white patches and bumpy. It's not smooth as skin is when I normally do it. It's just not smooth. I have got here my light flesh. I could, I suppose, go over again and see if I could get rid of the white patches a bit, because I don't like this white patches. They're not good. Yeah, so Indian it is tonight, and I do like their Peshwari naan as well. And not all, I mean, every takeaway is different, Chinese, Indian, whatever. They all have their own way of doing things. But I do like the Peshwari naan with sultanas and coconut in as well. They don't always have that. Some just have sultanas in, and then I've had others that just have coconut in. I do like some that have it, you know, both in. No, this is making it worse, I think, instead of better. Oh well. Not going to come out right all the time, is it? I know from now on I shan't do pictures in this book. I will just photocopy them and do them on my own paper, I think. I think that's going to be the way to go with this. There you go. What's the time on this? Let me just keep an eye on the time. Right, I think that's going to be the end of part 4. We'll do a background. I did the Neo 2s on that one. First time I'd used them, I just splattered a bit here and there and wetted it with my brush and smudged it around, and just to see what, you know, what would happen and whatever. So yeah, that one was just a tester really, but I do like her hair. That's come out really good. Hair on this one's not bad. I'm getting better at hair, I must admit. I was not too bad at faces, but I think I'm getting worse now. Apart from the Posca, but I can bring that when I bring the stencils through, and we'll see what we can do for the background. Okay. Right, so I'll see you in part 5 and we'll do the Posca bits and the background. Thank you very much for joining. I hope you enjoyed the chat and the colouring, and I hope to see you in part 5. Thanks guys, bye.